Hi guys. So I really wanted to make an update today to the Naked Truth podcast or whatever I'm doing here, or vlog, whatever. And first thing, as you can see, I'm ways away from being actually naked, but I think I would just draw too much attention sitting in the car naked, and I didn't get around to doing this earlier. But I wanted to share this update. I wanted to share. I hope I'm clearly audible. So yesterday was terrible. I was all the way down in the dumps. Like that was basically all the way down in what could be called depression. Haven't experienced that in a while. And those incidents, like from each time, the distance between them in terms of time has been getting much longer. So that's a very good sign. And I do notice that I have a lot more tools available to me, and I've cleaned up a bunch of beliefs that do not serve me, and processed a whole lot of emotions that are just not necessary to carry around anymore. And I notice that that's helping me a lot in dealing with those kinds of situations and not feeling maybe as bad overall. Though, as I'm saying this feeling bad thing, I do notice that it's not the most precise nor the most constructive way to actually put it. So what I feel what was happening yesterday was just I fell into a hole of, like literally a hole made of just all the remaining negative thoughts and emotions that I still carry with myself. And they were all like amplified or amplifying each other and synergizing off of each other to like all of that came up and came out, and it got so bad once again that where I just feel like I will never return, I will never get back out of this. Like this is the end, basically. Truly rock bottom, we could say. Yeah, so that was that. And the only things, sorry, car's moving. The only things that I was able to do yesterday then was literally just breathing and sleeping. Like those are the tools that I can always fall back on. And sometimes I really have to fall back on to just those, because nothing else works. Like I cannot move anything, nothing is really stuck, but nothing really wants to move, and I do not want to like move my body or anything. I don't want to scream, I'm not angry, like there's, yeah, I can just be there, be still mostly, and breathe. And I feel like it's never going to stop. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And I was considering whether it was actually a good choice that during the workshop last week that I kind of opened up myself to feeling more of the things that are still contained inside of me, just negative emotions, negative thoughts and beliefs. I really doubted whether it had been a good choice to state the intention that I want to allow myself to feel more of whatever's already there. Because it felt like I was just getting overwhelmed by all of that at once, and that I didn't really, there was nothing I could do, and I felt like just being dragged into this hole. feel is that I'm not so sure if I'm like in a space where I feel like maybe that was a good idea, maybe that wasn't. I can't tell yet. I'm still looking for this kind of balance between where I feel like it's good to give an existing emotion and the thoughts around it some space so they can show themselves, so that they're not suppressed. But at the same time, I feel like there is some certain point where you're focused on them too much, you're giving them too much space, and so they just grow, right? Everything that we focus on, it grows. Everything we give our attention to grows in some fashion. And I cannot feel yet where that balance point is, where it's exactly enough, but not too much. Because I feel like it's really important to be able to return back to joy, to return back to positive emotions, to positive thoughts, to positive ideas, to just feeling good, just being able to feel good regularly and with intensity is really important. And I don't know yet what the balance is, so I'm kind of putting this like a question out there. So what's actually going on in those situations like yesterday? And like I do experience and we all probably do, in less intense ways, basically throughout the day. How much space do those negative things actually need in order to just move through us and move through me in the most constructive way? I wonder what's actually going on, and how do I work with these energies most productively? That's a very active question within me, and it has been before the incident yesterday. It feels like part of experiencing that yesterday was also in response to this active question. So today I woke up, as I often then do, feeling much better, feeling like I can breathe again to some degree, feeling more positive thoughts and emotions coming back, feeling some sense of life in my body and in my overall being. And then I was able to just feel a lot better today. And now I'm kind of excited because I'm sitting in the car now. I'm actually going somewhere. That was my feeling when I was opening the garage doors. I was like, oh man, oh my god, I'm actually going somewhere. That's so rare for me. I sometimes, I dream about that or fantasize, wouldn't it be great, like I have these opportunities in front of me, I have a car available, sometimes I really like going by train and I could go anywhere, and then I'm like not going anywhere at all, or like every few weeks just a little somewhere, but that's it. Just because I'm then not feeling like it, I do things that I feel, I follow true impulses. And so today I got one, going to a relatively neighboring city and to an ecstatic dance. I've never been to one. Kind of interested and excited and looking forward, and so I feel like maybe I'll move into joy this evening, which would be fantastic after a day like yesterday. The up and down that's currently going on. I do feel like a lot has been processed in some way. I don't really understand those situations. There's a lot more depth to the understanding that I could gather in terms of how thoughts and emotions move through us, and like what they actually bring us, right? In terms of, because they do bring something positive. They do bring like a message or some deeper awareness or deeper knowledge or understanding of our true selves, right? Because if there was not something truly positive contained or like present in this good feeling, bad feeling interaction, then I mean that's a part of ourselves, right? If there was not something like that present, then we would be like, I don't care, like, okay, this happened, or this, I don't know, this person doesn't like me, or this situation didn't turn out the way I wanted, or I don't have something I want. Like, we wouldn't care. We would be like, okay, I don't know, it doesn't even touch me very much. But then when we do feel strongly about something, that means there is like some portion of us, either it's been a pre-existing part of us that was already formed at some point in the past, or something new has formed, some new desire has come up, or we've actually learned something about ourselves, understood something, or we are ready to take some next step or something like that, and then we get these more powerful negative thoughts and emotions that I guess sometimes they represent like blocks or something we really need to take a look at before we can move forward in the way that we would really love to, or something like that. But there is this essence of ourselves, right, in there somewhere, and to realize, to understand where it is, what it means, and what to do with it, and like take the bounce of the negative thought and emotion and bounce to the more positive new you, so to speak. Yeah, feels like there's a lot more to understand there, and I'm looking forward to doing that, and to sharing that too. Yeah, I feel like yeah, for sure. Excellent. I feel like I'm mostly complete. I do feel like sharing is in some ways like part of my archetype of person that I am, archetype of human being. I don't have any additional words for that, but it's something I noticed since way back a long time ago. I always enjoyed how do I say, like the teaching archetype type of thing you can do, like teaching in the broadest sense, parlaying information, things that can be felt, things that can be known, just things that we can transmit from one to another, something like that. Really feeling something myself, and then making an attempt and really transmitting that to another person. I deeply enjoy that. I find that deeply satisfying. So thank you everyone who is participating in allowing me to do more of that. Yeah. Thank you guys. Love you all. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you around.